is that one of my specialties is test anxiety. And so I use hypnotherapy as a method to help people with overcoming test anxiety. And test anxiety can look very different for each and every individual. For some people, it has like mental kind of implications or emotional implications or physical or physiological implications, right? So it just shows up. Sometimes it's a confidence thing. Sometimes it's a focus thing, right? So everyone kind of has their own issue. So tell me a little bit about how that impacted you and how you came to a point where you wanted to use hypnotherapy to help you with that.
Okay, so, like I've said before, I've been in business since 2001 and have been going back and forth with this licensure thing. And at the root of it was test anxiety. That was the whole root of it, to get this thing done for me. And so that's when I reached out, and then you reached back, and then that's how it began. And so,
so tell the people that are watching this, why would someone like you who has degrees, who owns multiple practices, who provides multiple services, who has a plethora of employees and staff and all of that, why would you even need to take a test? And what is the test for? Like, how would that even change your life?
Well, in the business that I do, there's always a licensed clinician needed. And so that was fed up. I said, you know what? That's it. I'm done.
So you want to take it in your own hands and get your own. How many times did you actually try to take this test?
Let's see, 4 times. I took it 4 times. I took it, the first time I missed by 14 points. The second and third time I missed by 10 points. So I know whatever I was doing, I had an established pattern. And even though the test was different, I kept coming up with the same score range. And then the final time I took it, I missed it by 1 or 2 points.
Well, that wasn't your final time.
No, that wasn't my final time. So I took it 5 times, actually.
Yeah.
My score range was the same. And I said, wait a minute. My pattern is the same.
Yeah.
And part of it was, I was like, oh, I got this, I got that part, I just need to focus on this part. But that test, when I think about the test, in retrospect, it's different. It's, the preparation is different. It's not all about what I know. Yeah. It's about how am I able to get to the answer that demonstrates to the test that I know.
But what was different? What was different between the first time, you said you had a pattern, the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and you actually passed it on the 5th or the 6th time?
I passed it the 5th time. So one thing I realized was that I wasn't studying the test questions. I was studying the stuff I needed to remember and relying on my own wit to kind of figure out the pattern of the answers. And so when this girl pissed me off for the last time, I was like, that's it. I got on the horn, I got on the Facebook page and look, I need this. I need some help. I need a hypnotherapist to kind of hypnotize me to prepare for this test. And let me say to you that when I took the test before, I always ran out of time. I was always 30 minutes or something like that with my time. And so now I'm just kind of moving real fast. And so I don't know if that was a result of me getting answers right or wrong, because I didn't have time to really finish and focus like that. But so I had 3 sessions with you. And those 3 sessions, after this girl pissed me off, I was like, that's it. I'm gonna do everything I can to get through this, because I can't take this no more, And by the way, I told this woman, I said, I've trained everybody who came through here, the people who came before you. They all learned how to do these assessments and these protocols because of this time test through failure and success with the board, the licensure department, you know, Department of Behavioral Health, you know what I'm saying, Medicaid, all these things that we continue to do, we continue to improve things because of because of different failures. So anyway, I was mad. You and I got together for three sessions, and you gave me a great anchor, which was a good anchor. This is actually my anchor for football, by the way. So whenever we was trying to get hyped up for the game, you know, we hitting our shoulder pads. So this was kind of like, you know, this that lit me up easily. So, and so when I took the test, I noticed that I wasn't stuck on questions. Before, every question was a do or die to me. So I'm lingering on that question. I'm going to the next question, but my mind is still on, you know, that question before. And I spend a lot of time, you know, being anxious about the answers. And so what I noticed after the sessions with you, what I noticed was I wasn't stressed by that. It was like, oh, okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna get to the other questions anyway that I really think I know. It is what it is. So I was just moving along, not stressing over it, saying, okay, that's what it is. Let it go, Leon. And I went down and I finished the test and I had 30 minutes left. And I was like, unbelievable.
And before you were running out of time.
It was just different. And so had I not had this hypnotherapy session, I don't know what would have happened because I think I would have been stuck on all of these questions. I would have never got through. So my ability to be successful with the last 30 minutes wouldn't have been very well at all, because I'd have been like, I just need to put, you know, answers all the way through. So it was very effective for me because I wasn't able to relax. I was able to really relax. I heard your voice. You got this. Kind of see the finish line. And when I finished, I couldn't believe that I was finished.
Wow.
And there was no stress. There was no brain fog. There was, it was just time, you know, it was 4 hours, right? So time didn't like, oh, I'm here 4 hours. It was like, I was on it. I was like, boop, 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 boop.
And that's good too, because you said before, sometimes it was this second guessing, like kind of going back on some of your answers.
Yeah, I didn't have that. None of that. Didn't second guess. This is what it is. And
confidence.
It was confidence. Like I'm going to accept that as the answer, and I'm moving forward. And that's what and thank you.
You know, thank you. That's an amazing, just hearing it it's an amazing story, because basically, like you said, I mean, it could have been a fluke if it's like, okay, I took it once and I failed it, and then I had hypnotherapists and then I passed it, right? But you've actually tried 5 different times.
Yep.
And between the 4th and the 5th, you added an intervention that you hadn't done before. And that intervention was hypnotherapy.
That's right.
Not only did that intervention like create a different result, your confidence was increased. Your anxiety and stress was decreased. You said you felt less stuck. You paced yourself more. Your timing was better. Your clarity had improved. You know, you didn't second guess yourself. You know, it was so many things that you had been seeing as patterns on the first time, the second time, the third time, the 4th time, and then the 5th time, you didn't have those things and you passed, and now you're a licensed clinical social worker, and you no longer need these people to sign off on your paperwork because the buck stops with you now.
Yeah, it's a brand new world, and it's beautiful. It feels, there's a sense of actually, I didn't think I'd ever feel this, because I thought I was there with having a business, but there's a sense of completion. And all that time I spent studying, it was this little beast sitting on my back, like a gorilla on my back. And I didn't realize how much stress that had built up on my back, because this thing I got to take. And recently, I'm not going to call it depression, but there was a sense of deep-seated loneliness that I had incurred. And I was like, why am I feeling? Because my brain ain't had nothing to do. I do have so much more to do, but my brain didn't have nothing else to do. It was like, Leon, if I ain't studying, I'm thinking about studying, or I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing because I'm thinking I should be doing this studying. And I don't have to worry about that anymore. My life moves on.
Wow.
On to the next.
Wow. Well, I am glad. Congratulations, first and foremost. Congratulations on your amazing feat of becoming an LCSW. That exam is not easy. It's not easy at all. It takes a lot of time and commitment and study. And you did it. Like, you did it. And it's not a barometer of how expertly trained we are. Like, we know our stuff. You know your stuff, or you wouldn't have a master's degree. And a lot of people, I think, get caught up, and I'm not saying that's you, but sometimes that's a struggle for people to think, why aren't I passing this test? Does it have anything to do with me? And, why aren't I processing this information in the same way with all my other colleagues, right? So sometimes we kind of beat ourselves up in that way. But I'm glad you did it. Like I said, it's not an easy test, but you've conquered it. You don't ever have to take it again unless you just decide you want to take some more and do something else. But you're at the pinnacle of your game. And much success to you. And so, is there any final words you want to say about test anxiety or hypnotherapy or anything like that before we close out?
Interested in having to see me come out and do some work with you and your organization, bring a little light, bring a little lightheartedness, have a little fun, and at the same time, raise your spirit, raise your spiritual awareness, and have a great time. Go to leonsankofa.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also see a demo of my hypnosis show there. If you're interested in just kind of coming to see, interested in me in any other way, you can go to familyyouthfoundations.com. And that's the website for us.
Family Youth Foundations.com.
Okay. Or Leon Sankofa on Instagram.
Okay. I'm going to put all of that underneath this video. Once I upload it, they should find it on YouTube, and I'll have all your contact information below the video. So once again, thank you for coming in and sitting on my blue couch, as I like to call it. And I'll see you soon. And thanks everybody for tuning in. Take care.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.